Hello there.
Hello, good evening. It's me, Ariza Gaming. Hello, Neosa. Enjoy your lurk. I saw you were playing a hat of time. Is it called a hat of time? A hat in time? I think it's called a hat in time. I saw you were playing that. How was that treating you? But yes, we're back. We're doing more Oxygen Not Included. We are doing Badlands Boffins today. Not really sure exactly what we're going to be doing. Probably something volcano related. I think we might start looking at the magma volcano. Oh, hello, Whiskers. How are you? Right, let's head on over. Right, so it is cycle 480. Our current project is hooking up all of the metal volcanoes on this Badlands asteroid, and we're using them to boil brine so that we can get salt, so that we can put the salt
Hello there.
in the... Hello there, Lunatic. 237, how are you? We are boiling brine with these metal volcanoes so we can get the salt and use that with our Rust Deoxidiser complex to get as much iron ore as we can, because we're actually quite low on metal ore. It saves us a lot of refined metal already, but we need metal ore to build things. So I did just notice something very important with this copper volcano. We almost built this pipe through here which would have leaked all the brine out, so I'm going to get them to quickly put some tile in here. And we'll pretend that didn't happen, and we'll push the water back up. I do have a lot of skill points to do. Let's do this. I didn't get around to doing this today. Right, you can have exosuits. There you go. Barney, research sounds good. Hello, almost Emily. How are you? Yes, you're not quite in this save. I think you're in the other save. I think you're in Arboreal Airheads. Right, Bert is fine on skill points. We'll get operating on Camille. Catalina, you can have astronomy. Devon, do supplying. I should have done this earlier. None of this really matters at this point. But yes, I'm going to be playing around with the magma volcano. I was pretty happy with how we handled it on the Verdante oil zone. I think we're going to make a couple of tweaks, but generally go with that approach. Because unlike the Rime Revenge run, where we wanted to get rock out of them and we kind of didn't time it properly, we built the hatches first, so we never actually had time to build the volcano tamers before our colony sort of imploded from lack of rock. This time we don't really care that much about the rock, we mostly care about the power. So we basically just want to turn the volcano into a battery. But I do want to finish these metal volcanoes first. And we also want to see if the metal volcanoes are enough to boil all of the brine that we're getting from various sources. First we have to do the skill points. When is Clay going to add an auto skill feature to this game? That's a very good question. Amelia, which dupe would you like? Would you like any in particular? We have a lot of dupes on this save. There's a couple of Rayora, they've all got hypothermia for some reason. Probably because I just loaded at the start of the save. They aren't doing too much apart from doing stuff at the moment. You don't know? Well, you might have changed your mind. It's possible. Let's see. Steve, you have everything I want you to have. That's fine. I bother everyone on Twitch with naming Nisbets. We do have a Nisbet. Well, that's good then. Okay. Sorted. Stinky can't dig. What a shame. Turner, you can have operating. And then you, I'm leaving all of you because you don't have a lot of morale. Ruby can have a skill. Ruby, you can have digging. There you go. Alright, and then we'll go find Nisbet. Let's actually play it. Then we'll go through the list and we'll find where Nisbet is. There you go. There's Nisbet on the pole. Amelia. There we go. What are you up to at the moment? You're going to go store some crude oil. Interesting. I wonder where we're putting that. But yes, we need more power. We are using a fairly large amount of power now that we are cooling all of this sulfur constantly. The new steam turbines are sort of running, but not quite as fast as I would have liked. There's probably still a bit of tweaking we could do with this setup. Part of it is because the sulfur isn't as hot coming in as I thought it would be. A lot of these guys are dormant and they weren't fully geotuned. So the sulfur stockpiles we have in here aren't unbelievably hot. They're supposed to be 240C. They're not all quite at that level. This one broke, and we had a containment issue with this one, but I think we fixed it now. And then this one I don't think has ever had any issues. So that's good. A rancher, yeah, pretty much. So yeah, I'm a little bit disappointed in this. The conductivity of the solid sulfur is not very good. We kind of knew that. The optimal way to have handled this much sulfur geotuned would probably be to have a load of valves and to run the pipes through a larger cooling block than try and do it on conveyors. But I wanted to try and do it on conveyors. I still think we're going to put Paku in here at some point when I feel like doing that. I don't really feel like doing Paku. We've done that a lot on previous runs, and I'm kind of sad now that we can't infinitely put them in here. I was actually thinking of putting goldfish in here to try and cool this down, but I don't think it's going to be super efficient. Maybe we try it anyways. It's 7 degrees. Hey Carmike, how you doing? Welcome. Welcome to Badlands. Here is Larry. Larry the Volcano. This was named ages ago. I can't remember who named it. It is right next to our base, right next to our bedrooms. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to have the magma just go along here. It's going to drip down. This is going to be a vacuum room. It's going to drip down into a pool of liquid uranium. We're going to use that to go into a heat sink. And that heat sink is probably going to run a load of steam turbines. And what I'm honestly thinking of doing is maybe making all of this steam turbines. So I would have to move some stuff up here. Free Larry. At some point we will. I mean, we could start working on it. Let's see. Because I'm pretty confident we're gonna... Yeah, I'm pretty confident we're gonna do all of that. We'll put a ladder in here. We'll make that out of obsidian. I think this will be where we have the dupes access everything. And we can put a gas pump in here and start getting rid of all the gas. Obviously, we can't tile it because the volcano can't be tiled directly. But you'll see what I mean about us lacking metal ore. We've made 60 tons of iron ore. This has all come... Hello, grey area.
Wow.
No! I've been nerfed. I must revert to my buffed form. I can see you've saved up quite a lot of channel points. That is fine. We can be a puff today. Let me just put this down first. So, that gas pump can go there. We'll get rid of this CO2. We'll make this an actual vacuum room. And then I'm probably just going to tile all of this. There's actually quite a lot of room over here for steam turbines. So maybe we do that. I'm not sure. In any case, let's just do this quickly. We'll put a high-pressure gas vent here. Power-wise, is that a... That's... I think I want to bridge it onto here, actually. Because that's a producer line. You do lurk a lot, I've noticed. Right, okay, give me a second. I need to move some paperwork. I got some letters. The NHS trying to get me to do a survey. Yeah, I think I've got better things. Right. Tough time. That was the wrong camera. Hold on. Let me adjust this just a little bit. Okay. Alright, there we go. Again, you get an excellent view of my surge protector whenever I do this. And we'll rotate the lamp this time so I get a bit more light. Excellent. Grinding those points for humiliating streamers. Indeed. You can, if you do save up 100,000 somehow, you can also name one of my real-life fish I've not been very creative when it comes to fish names. You're not allowed to name Whiskers. You're not allowed to name Neon or Lucas, because they've already been named by people that you could probably figure out. My advice, name a Hillstream Loach or a Pleco. They will live longer and thus be a better return on your channel points. The Platies and the Danios generally live for about 3 years. I mean, I don't know if you're gonna... I don't know how many channel points you accumulate. You accumulate like 220 an hour on average. That's what, 50 hours? You're probably gonna watch me. I guess it's fine. No. Is it 50 hours? Really? I guess we're probably alright then. You'll probably get a decent return on your channel points. Oh, blimey. Yes, you need to analyze Larry. Larry is actually active at the moment, but we do need to know that. Very tempted to geotune this. The only problem is, if we geotune this, realistically, we're going to have to make an infinite storage for magma. Because it's going to take a lot of cooling just to get the magma to condense into igneous rock if we geotune it. It's going to be so much heat. And if we do that, then we need a lot of active cooling just to get it to that temperature. Because we don't really... we don't really have the materials to condense all that into rock. Or we just go for the full meme and we actually try and do something with rock gas. But I'd rather just nail like a normal volcano build without geotuning this. I want to actually perfect that in this run so that we can do it on future runs. When it might be a bit more relevant. So in the meantime, we're setting up the iron volcano. This is going to provide us with iron for steel production. Not that we have a shortage of steel, but again, I want that power as well. This copper volcano, I do need to keep pushing this out. This is dormant now. It did just erupt a few minutes ago. In the last episode, I suppose. Yeah, there's no gases in here at the moment. It's all vacuum. Also, a load of hot copper got dumped up here somehow. It's probably fine. Wait, this is all this is all in vacuum. I see. Do not heat up, please. Good thing I spotted that. Yes, a slight problem. That's fine. I could probably actually just get you to move this down here. That might help. Is this hot? Nah, not really. Let's set these moves to priority 9. It's okay. On the swamp asteroid, we're not doing too much here at the moment. There are a lot of goodies here, as you know from our boreal airheads. But at the moment, I've mostly just got guys turning all of the polluted mud into polluted dirt and water. Not sure what we're going to do with all the polluted dirt yet. But we're going to send the polluted water back, and we're going to boil that too. So which volcanoes are actually close to activating? This aluminium volcano is dormant for a while. This aluminium volcano is going to erupt in 15 cycles. Who's idle? Quinn? You're idle. Is that because we have 3 presses? I'll give you some more digging to do. We are still just slowly trying to dig out the whole asteroid over here. So let's see. I think this will be fine. I don't think that's going to cause any issues. You can dig that out as well. Still got some fresh water up here. What's going on with this polluted water vent? Why is this... Try to pump it back. This is actually sealed itself somehow. Oh well. Yeah, we have plenty to do on this asteroid for now. I might actually speed to it. We'll see how speed 2ing it goes. I don't tend to speed to it on this save. But I think we're mostly just waiting for them to build stuff now. Let's see how bad the pondering is on speed 2. Yeah, that's no good. Amari was just lost in thought. We'll keep it on speed 1. So we need a dump. I didn't actually quite finish building this. We need to figure out how we're dumping stuff in this room. So I imagine that's going to be modeled off of the aluminium volcano. where we have a load of oil in here. Are we building the oil pipe? Do we actually even need an oil pipe? Where's that? So that is the coolant brine, which is going to go in there permanently. I think, honestly, I'm just going to put some bottle emptiers in here, and we're going to do it that way. We're so close to the water here. Realistically, I could just set up a pitcher pump. We'd be fine. In fact, I think that was the plan. Yeah, we'll just do that. Hello, Mr. Puffed. We're not doing anything involving you today. We don't have a lot of chlorine vents. If we had a lot of chlorine vents, we'd probably do our Puff build that's on the YouTube channel. Seen the Max Not Binary taking an interest in that. Very cool. Natural gas is slowly being used from here. Not too much. That's a good sign. Yeah, the steel here is maintained. This volcano is covered up. Do I actually just want to let this erupt all the way and have a load of magma in here? Probably not. Let's put a cold temperature plate on here. I'm pretty sure we had one there before, but at least now we've got the data banks as well. Yes, in terms of geotuning, what we're going to do is we're going to geotune these gold volcanoes. And we will make a phosphorus refining machine similar to what we've done on our boreal airheads on this map as well. But I want to get our power situation a bit better at the moment, because at the moment, we look at our colony report, we're wasting a fair bit of solar panel production. But we're also consuming a lot of power. A lot of gas pumps are running. It's those thermo aquatuners mostly. Them and the geotuners. The geotuners actually use a fair amount of power because we're using them to constantly geotune all of that sulfur. And because we're not quite getting all of these steam turbines to run, it's not ideal. So, show me what temperature the sulfur is, please. Because we're letting it through to the other room once it's below about 130 degrees. And then we're dumping it in here to cool the rest of the way. It seems like most of the heat is just coming out of the sulfur in this radium pipe. So the issue is, if we don't have any radiant pipe in it, then it takes too long to cool down. But if we have it all radiant pipe, then it just dumps all the heat in here, which seems to be what it's doing at the moment anyways. We did put some naphtha here. We can go back in here and fiddle with this, maybe. At this point, I think I'm tempted to just remove that radiant pipe, let it run through the normal pipe a lot of the way, and then dump out here at the end. Maybe. We'll see. What are the construction priorities at the moment? Yeah, you're mostly just working on this pipe work and stuff associated with the iron volcano. And we're also excavating... We're excavating the rest of this oil biome just for all the goodies. Makes sense. There's actually a little bit of oil up here, so let's go ahead and grab that. Oh, we need to make the liquid lock as well. Right, yeah, let's do that first. Do we have any random oil anywhere? Because that's fine for this. And then these could be enable auto bottles, I think. Because we want a large amount of mass in here. I think what I'm going to do is... The methal's conductive, so we don't need liquid uranium in this one. I think I'll put the airflow tiles here, and then we'll just fill it all the way up with oil. What are we putting in there? Let's see, the gas pump's there. Looks like we boiled some of that water. Not a lot of water coming in here at the moment. In fact, there's not any water coming in here at the moment. What's the plan here? This is supposed to be tied up. Right. There you go. That would explain a few things. We also need to dig this. So go ahead and dig that. And then you need to dig that and get under here as well. And finish this pipe. There you go. Who's got high stress? Quinn has high stress. Have you actually got a private bedroom? Yeah, you do. I mean, I'm not going to pretend that you guys are living in the best conditions, but I'm not going to pretend that I care either. Looks like there's more stuff down here you can dig. Sounds good to me. Like all of that yummy salt. We're going to keep this pip alive, just in case. Looks like there's stuff over here we can dig too. Sounds good. That can all go as well. Yeah, and then you can also dig this. I'm really just trying to mine out this asteroid, and then eventually we'll get people being productive here again once we run out of other things to do. But this run is mostly just focused on this asteroid and building big machines that might be impractical to build on other runs, which is why we need all this power. We also have the magma biome down here, which we could just tap into immediately for power. It's very tempting. And then, of course, we do have a load of Sweetles eating sulfur. I mean, at the moment, we have more than enough sulfur to feed them from the geysers. I don't think we're ever going to need to feed them sulfur from, say, a sour gas boiler or anything. Oh, you're erupting? Amazing. You're going to be active for another 30 cycles. The CO2 is getting really hot. Wait a minute. I think I was supposed to cover this up. I think I was supposed to cover this up. Just for a minute. There you go. Yes, it's getting a little bit toasty in here. Just a little bit. We're gonna get some interesting gases in here. Maybe. We should definitely do this before we put the oil in here. Although there's enough mass in the oil, I don't think it's going to cause an issue. And it's not going to be in direct contact with this. You guys have plenty of stuff to do as it is. You know what I might do? I might just dig this up as well. And put a ladder... Oh, actually, you know what I could do? Leave that. Dig this. And then they wouldn't be able to get down here. So maybe cancel that, dig that. And then you can get in it from both sides. Because we're going to want all this stuff gone anyways. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead and do that. Is there anything I specifically want to prioritize over anything else? Not really, I just mostly need you to do the excavations at the moment. Why do we have a load of polluted water up here? Where's that even coming from? Maybe this frozen biome. We still have loads of sleep weeds in here. Those are all getting stored up for in case we ever want to actually use them. Good old natural CO2. This got blocked by sulfur, so I'm glad that we removed all of that. I don't think I actually want to dig out that tile. Hello, Ziphophorus 43 maculatus. This is oxygen not included. We are about 480 cycles into this Badlands run, and it's going pretty well. We have about 40 dupes. We have many ranches. We have many machines. We have like 5 million calories. People are doing pretty well. Our current goal is to increase the amount of power we have access to just by hooking up all these volcanoes. So there's an iron volcano that we're in the process of trying to cool down. There is... Yeah, you can access this, can't you? Yeah. There is a copper volcano that we pretty much built all the stuff for, but we just need to actually... I think we can just steal this off now. You do need to just take the rest of this and put it somewhere. That's fine. This aluminium volcano has been active for a while. This is the template that we're building most of these designs based off of. And then... Yeah, so we did this aluminium volcano in a similar way, and we dumped a load of brine in here that's going to form the basis of the steam chamber. But this actually needs to erupt, so that should erupt today. I'm not sure whether it's going to turn all that brine to steam today. But yes, this is the speed 1 run, because we have lots of dupes, and if I run it on speed 2, they spend too long pondering. So we're mostly just vibing. You guys are already spending a while pondering. You guys must have a lot of different errands to do. Do we have enable proximity on? Does it actually matter? Yes, there we go. I saw only like the first hour of ONI. Later game looks complicated. Yeah, it's pretty complicated. I mean, don't look at the wiring diagram. I went to great lengths to keep all the heavy watt wire out of the way of where the dupes actually go. And the result is a very silly amount of conductive wires. Yeah, that's getting a like 5 frames per second. There we go. You can stop thinking about that game. But that's what this whole column is for. This whole column is for transformers. And gradually we're going to hook on power producers and consumers and get everything going. I mean, how much power currently is going through the heavy conductive wire? It's fluctuating quite a lot, as you can see. It's sort of getting up to the range where a regular conductive wire might have an issue, but not really. So in terms of our actual power sources, I was talking about this earlier. So we have solar panels that are doing the brunt of the work. We've covered the whole of the top of the base in solar panels. Well, except for this bit, which we're saving for rockets, but we're not going to do rockets here for a while. That's what our boreal airheads is for. Steam turbines seem to be generating the next largest amount, and then we've got hydrogen generators and natural gas generators as the backups. Now, why aren't these running all? The issue is, at nighttime we don't get any solar power, and a lot of our volcanoes are dormant at the moment. So we've actually set up power shutoffs so that non-critical power systems actually get cut off by these shutoffs that are connected to the smart battery. So when we're actually completely running out of power, everything powers off except for the gas pumps that actually run the gas pumps that are hydrogen and natural gas. But we don't have a huge amount of hydrogen and natural gas. We got like, well, I suppose we have a fairly large amount. We have like 5 spawns up here. We have a large amount stored, but we're kind of not really burning all of it at once. Why aren't these... Yeah, these ones are running as well. They're all hooked up to the power spine in different ways. So is this the whole map, or is there more to explore? No, not by a long shot. So this is just the main asteroid. But there's a whole star map of asteroids elsewhere to go to that are smaller. But this run is mostly focused on just big builds on a single asteroid. It's like a classic style run. And then the other series I do, our Boreal Airheads, is where we're on smaller asteroids and we're trying to explore space a bit more. Emphasis on trying. Oh god, what's going on here? Right, you're done.
Thanks for the raid.
Stop that. Hello, Trouble Queen. How are you? Congratulations on 3 years of streaming. Very nice to bump into you earlier. Glad your run is going well. We are currently looking at metal volcanoes. Hello, Kahako the Fae. How are you? I'm a puffed, by the way. Someone turned me into a puffed. So, yeah. This is the current vibe. Also, with all the dupes in their puffed suits, that's very much the vibe. Hello, David Compression. Hope you're having a good day. Like your treble flirkin eyes emotes. Hide the oxygen, yes. Exactly. This whole outside of the map is full of CO2 because we have 2 cold CO2 vents that have just been venting the whole time. So when we eventually get Slicksters going, I'm sure they're going to enjoy that. And we've obviously been heating it up as well. Let's actually look at the temperature overlay for a minute. The base is doing alright at maintaining a decent temperature. Geotuna Suite is getting a bit hot. I wonder why that is. It's not the Abyssalite. Is it just the machines? Wow, these actually generate a lot of heat when they're running as well. Like, these geotuners are running a lot of the time. We're getting them to constantly geotune the sulfur geysers whenever we can. All 4 of them. I'm thinking at some point we're going to have to actually set up a proper base cooling network. Because we have some water circulating here, but it's not actually cool enough. So this water comes out of here cool-ish. From the mud that the grubs produce. Yeah, I'm good. Thank you for asking. I'm enjoying my current puffed phase of existence. But, I mean, we have loads of surplus calories, so I don't actually want to feed these much water at the moment. I don't believe any is getting absorbed out of this loop while they're not growing. Which is one thing I like a lot about the Bristle Blossoms. Volcanoes and machinery probably don't help with the heat. I mean, to be fair, the whole base is surrounded by insulated tiles. So, generally, the base is not affected by the outside temperature too much. Apart from what we're putting in the base. We do have sulfur that we're feeding the grubs and guys with. But we are making sure this is cold before it actually goes to the base. You can see it's coming out the conveyor at about 17 degrees at the moment. So that shouldn't be adding extra heat. The amount of sulfur we have is steadily increasing. We now have 200 tons of sulfur. And we had about 50 tons of it about 20 cycles ago. So you guys are eating that fairly well. Sweetles are doing fine. We are getting a large surplus of Sweetles. We are drowning them quite frequently. I'm sure that isn't helping with all the lag. Hatches over here are doing fine as well. I suppose, actually, we could do with feeding these guys the rock as well. I mean, we're currently feeding them granite. How much granite do we actually have? I don't think we're running out, but I do need to at least be aware of it. Because once we get the magma volcano up and running... Oh yeah. It's Badlands. Why am I even thinking about this? We have literally 3.4 kilotons of granite. Yeah, that's not an issue. I can successfully take it for granite. Haha. Hee Oh. So we vacuumed out the volcano room now. That's going to erupt in 6.6 cycles. I should definitely get all of this stuff out of here before this volcano erupts. We're going to plug that again with a cold temperature plate that's going to cook into a refined carbon tile. Right. What's going on here? So, I want to dump more liquid in here. How much liquid do we actually have in here? Not a lot. Reconnect this. Hello? Ah, you're disabled by the automation grid at the moment. No, nice. Yes, excellent rock puns. There we go. So this is set to signal green signal if above 125. I don't think I care about that at the moment. So just keep dumping water in. Keep dumping water in until we fill it up. The ban please for granite puns. Rip. Yes, we do make the occasional pun. This iron volcano, I kind of want this to cook the temperature plate. We're currently in the process of pouring oil in here. We have formed a vacuum, that's good. So those can get turned off. This oil is going to act primarily as a heat sink and also help conduct heat with the metal as we bring it around the room. How about this one? You going to do this one next? You're not making too many deliveries. That's okay. Let's watch this iron volcano erupt. It's going to erupt in like 30 seconds. Why am I sweeping all of this? That is not needed. Why is that disabled now? Because it's not detecting any steam. Ah, I see. I need to temporarily short this. Yeah, that's fine. Because I just want to dump more water in here again for when this reactivates in 43 cycles. The gold volcanoes we have not even bothered taming. Gold volcanoes do not produce a lot of heat. We just poured a ton of polluted water down here, and they've just been erupting into that for hundreds of cycles. And the gold has been cooling down right away. Literally no issue. It's mildly toasty. There we go. So the volcano has plugged itself. That's good. That means this room won't overheat while we're trying to actually get this running. Let's see. I need to put some oil in here as well, just for a little bit of conductivity. So you could put that in here. We also have printables. What do we got? What is in the pod? Yeah, I don't want any dupes. Swap charred heart seems fine. I'm gonna go print that over here, though. You guys can have this. I've done what I tend to do. I put the printing pod right by the volcano, just in case you want to melt it later. This is a lot to take in with not a lot of context for how it was built. Yes, absolutely. There are all the VODs on the YouTube channel. So this save was started a year ago. And we actually stopped it because when we were building our critter ranches, we built a system where it automatically drops the critters in. And handles it automatically. But this room got so full, it just completely lagged out. And we had like 400 stone hatches in here. And we couldn't murder them because they have too much HP because they're made of stone. So we didn't know what to do that wouldn't result in just thousands of critters in here taking up all the frames. So we paused that run for ages. And then we figured out how to actually drown all the excess critters. Which is what we're doing over here. And in these rooms as well. So we managed to handle that, and then we resumed the save. We actually resumed an old playthrough, which is somewhat novel, because I don't tend to do that. Yeah, you guys desperately need more power. You're currently grabbing all the stuff in here, that's good. Right, I think I can just seal this. Should not be an issue. Yeah, we're just doing the radiant liquid pipe on this one. We're going to test out the conduction panels as well, I think. Was that on one of the volcanoes? No. Did I not care about that on this run? I don't think I cared about that on this run. Similar to Dwarf Fortress, Nuclear Catsplosion. I have not played Dwarf Fortress. I'm imagining, yes, it is similar. I do not have a frame of reference for that. Yeah, you've dripped some oil here. That's not a problem. We have no shortage of oil on this map. You can seal this in as well. And then we can actually start figuring out what to do with this. But we need to get it up to more oil. I could set up a pipe for this. But there's literally oil right here. I figure you guys are actually going to do that at some point. Picked up the fossil. Why did I tell you to do that? That is entombed. This bottle emptier is entombed. Ice. How did ice get in here? Also, why did I seal this off? I don't think I care about this. I'm quite confused as to how ice got in the steam turbine. Presumably I just didn't do a very good job actually sweeping it up originally. Right, we opened this up again. So now we can actually... Let's see if we can get the steam to heat up a bit more evenly by only having this one be radiant. Oh, not that one. I figure if we concentrate the heat in the middle, it will spread out. Maybe? I don't know. Just don't think we're actually pumping enough heat in. So the problem now is the sulfur is sitting in the pipe and it's getting cooler in the pipe. Why isn't it being let through? Is there a point where it gets hotter than 130? I feel like I'm always just catching this when it's actually running out of power. I think, to be honest, this is a power issue. Like, we are constantly running these aquatuners when we have power. Yeah, we just do not have a lot of power available. Let's see if these actually fill up during the day. I feel like they don't. I mean, the light here is not a lot, it must be said. Let's actually watch the spawn as well. Like, this seems to be powering down during the day. I mean, we do need all of these to run as well. They seem to have built up a lot of... built up a lot of oxygen. Did I actually disable this coal? No, the coal is running as well. We do have plenty of coal. Let's just see how much coal we have, just for reference. I don't have this on my list because we make so much of it. Yeah, we have 1.2 kilotons of coal. I think, I mean, obviously this isn't helping with the heat situation. I think, honestly, we just set up more coal plants for now. Because this power is getting annoying. I'm going to set those up at the bottom, though. Do we have any available transformers for those? It does not look like it. So we'll have to make some more transformers as well. That's fine. Let's put another 2 lots of coal. Is the steam cooling off in the pipe so much it freezes? No, the steam pipes are insulated. I'm pretty sure there's just some water in that area that we forgot to sweep out of there. And then it's cooling down in the room. Right. So we need more regular batteries on here. Do I just fill this with regular batteries? Do we just actually get this all built so we can store up more excess power for when we're generating excess power? Or are we just not generating excess power to begin with? I feel like we're generating a little in the middle of the day. It does say some power is being wasted, which means that the batteries must actually be getting filled somehow. I mean, if we look at this now, it says... Why does it say solar power panel there? Why does it say solar panel power is being wasted at the moment? Why would any of this be getting wasted? Is that actually the issue? Well, that's being loaded by steam turbines. Which one's getting loaded by... Which one's getting loaded by solar panels? Not that one. Wait. Is it this one? I'll be right. No, that's the... What is this one? It's a hydrogen. So why aren't we running the hydrogen at the moment? Let's just double check all of our automation is correct, because we moved this over a while ago. We're not running the hydrogen at the moment because this battery is actually full. I think I see what the issue is. I think I just need to set these thresholds higher so we store more power on the spine. And that way we're actually using more of our energy stockpile. Yeah, that's what we should be doing. Right, let's see. So, there's the next smart battery. This one here. Let's set this one to 90 and 80. I think this is actually going to help solve a lot of the problem. Set this one here to 70 and 60. Because that way we'll burn a few more of our gases to actually put a little more power into the batteries. And then this one can be set to 50 and 40. Yeah, okay. Let's just try that. Let's see how that goes. What you should be doing is not dying. We never die, apart from the times where we die. We do not die very often. One of our dupes died on Brine Revenge because we were being very silly with letting them dig without a suit in an area full of CO2, and they got scolded. Yeah, I think we just need to store more power in the spine for when it's nighttime we're not getting the solar power. That way we've got a bit more of a reserve when it gets to nighttime. Hopefully that will help things run a bit more smoothly. But in the meantime, I am just going to build all these batteries, and we are going to get the transformer spine finished. Because it's just heating up the map, and that's not a problem. I do not want to waste any. I do not want the solar power, the solar panels to not have anywhere to input. Right, let's just move this all down here. So, I'm umming and ahhing. People ask me sometimes whether I'm going to do a video about Transformers and stuff. Because I do Transformers in a different way than other people. And I've been putting it off a little bit. But I might do a video on how I like to do Transformers and get a discussion going. Because I'm pretty sure I don't understand how to do it the normal way, and I just do it my way with a load of conductive wires coming off a big spine. And that works alright for Badlands, where you have an absolute ton of refined metal. But I'm not sure it's the best approach anywhere else. Right, that's actually the bottom. So that is 50 kilowatts worth of transformers. So let's just get this all built. Yeah, I'll worry about the volcano a bit later. Because this power thing is just really annoying, and obviously we want the volcanoes to generate power, but I want to make sure we're actually handling it properly as well. Yes, enjoy your lurk, River Queen. So, sorry to make you come out of your lurk. Do you actually make your emotes yourself? I saw a thing on your about page that says that you do all your own art. I imagine partly because you get a lot of people asking you if they can do art for you. Like, I've had the same issue. And to be honest, I like doing all my own art as well. I'm definitely not an artist. But I do like doing the pixel-based stuff like the interface and like my intermission screen and that sort of stuff. Oh no! The suspension of disbelief! It's been broken! No! Yeah. I did commission someone to do the emotes. The Chibi Whiskers emotes. These ones. And I'm gonna get them to do some more once I unlock some more slots. Yeah, we have loads of metal for building all of these. Let's build all the regular transformers as well. So, stick them in here. I guess copper will do for now, because we don't have anything else. She also does a mean Cotton Eye Joe violin. Fair. I have seen Treble Queen on the violin occasionally. It does happen. Very talented. Here's a fun fact you might not have known about me. I actually have a saxophone and I know how to play it. I played the bassoon and the saxophone in secondary school. And I did the bassoon in the orchestra, and I had a lot of fun with that, but then me and my friends were trying to form a band, and we realized that I can't play the bassoon in a band. So, I switched to the saxophone, and it turns out they're actually played very similarly. Wait, am I doing this wrong? Yes, amazing. I'll have to move some of those. Give me a sec. Also, these should be priority 8. I'm building these out of iron ore. That is fine. That is what it is for. Now, don't build any of these before I tell you to build them. I mean, you could build them there. Yeah, I think you're fine. Request Cotton Eye Joe sax solo special. Oh man. So the thing is, if I'm going to ever play the saxophone again, I need to get some new reeds. Because I have not played in years. And I can guarantee you I am not sticking my mouth on a years old reed. I remember getting all the colds and everything from that. Right. So, just a brief explanation of what I'm doing with these transformers. So I put all the heavy watt wire in this column that the dupes normally can't get into. So the negative decor from all of this is blocked by the insulated tile. There's still a little bit of negative decor because of the conductive wire bridges. The wires themselves don't cause any decor issues, which is why I have them everywhere. But the bridges do cause some decor penalty. But anyways, decor is limited to this area. They only ever go in if they're building power spine related stuff, which is almost never. So all the heavy wire in the entire base is contained here. And then I have large power transformers where I put up to 2 kilowatts of power producers on, and that feeds it into the power spine. And then I take it and it feeds it into the batteries as well, which are on the heavy watt wire. So all the power sources in the base get centralized here. Like every random steam turbine, every generator of all the different types, manual generators for if anyone's ever in the gym, which doesn't happen often on this save because everyone's busy. It all goes into the batteries. And then it comes out of these producer... consumer... Yeah, these are the producers. These are the consumers. It comes out of these consumer transformers, where it then goes into 2 kilowatts worth of consumers. So this one is hooked up to a thermal aquatuner and some other stuff. And this means that we never get any overloading wires. So let me actually put in all of the conductive wire now, because we have no shortage of refined metal. Believe it or not, on Badlands, with all of these refined, with all the volcanoes and all the random iron deposits we find, it's not actually an issue. We're literally building everything out of iron instead of lead because the iron is more abundant. That's how based this map is. Right. And then we just connect it like this, so it's kind of snaking around here. There you go. Yeah, but we'll see what effect that has on the colony's productivity. I'm hoping just setting those thresholds and burning a bit more hydrogen and natural gas, because we've got plenty of it stored up. What is this I'm building? I'm just extending the transformer spine, because we're going to be hooking up all of these metal sources. We're probably going to do some geothermal power as well. I want to make sure that we have enough transformers to take on all the power sources and centralize all of the power. So, we built this a while ago and determined that this was long enough to handle 50 kilowatts worth of transformers. I'm not sure we're going to generate that much power, but it depends on how many thermal aquatuners we want to hook up. I mean, that's ultimately going to be it. Yeah. I feel like at this point, I am just going to do a YouTube video on it and maybe get a load of dislikes. And just see what people think. Because I do this a lot of the time. Sometimes it looks a bit different depending on what materials I have. Like, sometimes I'll make it out of just regular heavy wire and make it smaller if I'm on a map where I don't have a lot of refined metal. Sometimes I'll, like, double it up and have the heavy wire run down the middle on maps where I don't just have a big vertical column I can use. Yeah, they can do that. We're just doing that while we're waiting for all these volcanoes to get set up. Right, this is too much. This is too much liquid. We've done a goof. I need to disconnect this now. This is set. This should be set to above. If it's above 125, let more water in. Right. Yeah, because that's going to turn into like 300 kg per tile. Which I guess is alright while it starts erupting. And we are going to take it out of the room. But I think what's going to happen is we're going to end up with a load of 120 degree steam. And then this won't erupt. So that's not going to happen for a while anyways, though, so I'm not going to worry about it. I think this is mostly done. I don't think there's no point loading stuff in here until we get steam in here, though. Okay, so we don't worry about that one anymore. We've got petroleum here. Amazing. They've definitely taken a lot of hot material out of this liquid lock to cook the oil into petroleum. Did we end up with any sour gas? There's a tiny little bit here, but I think that was there before. I don't think we did. No, this looks like the normal amount of stuff. But yeah, I'm basically just doing that just so that we can hide all of the heavy watt wire in this bit where the dupes never go. Right, I'm procrastinating. I need to actually tell them to do stuff in here as well. So you build the pipe. How much oil do we have in here now? I do want a little bit more oil in here. What else can we build on that in the meantime? We could do the conveyor-related stuff. That sounds like a thing. So, it would be helpful if you showed where the machine is, game. Right. I have done goofed. There's no one tile where I could put this, apart from... Oh, it's because of this refined carbon in here. Okay, that's fine. How hot is this room now? Okay, this room is cold enough we can put more steel in here. So the volcanoes erupt into different metals? Yeah, the metal volcanoes do. So this one here is an iron volcano. The metal generally comes out around 2,500 degrees. And the key thing is, some metals produce a lot more, have a lot higher heat capacity than others. Like, the gold volcano here. Gold has a heat capacity of 0.13, which is tiny and pathetic. So even though this volcano erupts at the hottest temperature, it actually produces the least amount of heat energy. Which is why we haven't actually put a tamer on it, and we're just letting it erupt into this pool of water. This is never realistically going to turn into steam on its own. Whereas the aluminium volcano, that produces cooler metal, but aluminium has a heat capacity of 0.91, which is like 7 times as much. So that it has a lot more heat energy that needs to dissipate. So we actually have a setup here where we've got 4 steam turbines in here that are going to take all of that heat and turn it into power. Because that's the ultimate aim of these metal volcano tamers. We have so much refined metal that this is never realistically going to be an issue until the very late game. But we want all the heat to give us free power. We're eventually going to want the metal anyways, so I might as well do this now. And now they're just taking all of the random iron we have dug up from the map many, many cycles in advance. And they are using it to build this monstrous transformer spine. And I put a gap here because they were building the volcano. I could probably remove that now. I think I will. I should probably... No, I'm not putting a fire pole on this side because they're realistically never going to be actually going down this way. The only thing is, I need to make sure that I have access around here. And... I should probably... have the transit tube come down this way so they can actually get to the iron volcano. You know what? I don't think I'm going to do that for now. I think I'm literally just going to open this up and let them go that way temporarily. Because they won't need to come down there once everything's built. They'll only build transit tubes to places where people are going to go frequently. Like this room where they're currently doing the oil refinery for plastic. We are going to set up a petroleum boiler with this volcano here. What we're going to do is we're going to build a heat sink where we dump all the heat in and cool the magma all down into igneous rock that we can store without an infinite storage. I do not want a magma infinite storage. Like the sulfur ones have been okay because sulfur doesn't actually get too hot. But if we just had like tons and tons of magma and it broke for some reason, I don't want to have to deal with that where it's melting everything. So we're going to condense this all into rock. We're going to bleed off some of the power with steam turbines, and then we're going to store the rest of the power to run something else. So gold is hotter but cools more easily, producing less heat. Yes, so it erupts at a higher temperature, but it has less energy overall because it takes less energy per unit mass to heat it up. So that can go there. That will reach that tile eventually. I think we want to put that loader in the actual tile. Yeah, we didn't do it here because I put a gas pump here. Because we had to get some gas out of here. I probably actually just want to move this, don't I? That's what I should do. Let's do this. Where is the gas? Yeah, this is supposed to be temporary anyways. So let's actually remove this now. Hello, Dr. Dangerous. Have you ever done a play like a newbie run? I always see streamers using advanced stuff like liquid locks and infinite storages. It'd be super interesting to see how things go with that. You know, that's actually a good idea. I mean, the logic I use for liquid locks is we all have a liquid lock in our house. We all have a toilet with a U-bend or some kind of bend that uses liquids to prevent gases from pressing through them. I have no issue doing that. Infinite storages are something that historically I haven't used too often. I have used them on this run, because otherwise storing all of the geotuned sulfur would be a nightmare. But for the most part, we've just been pumping liquids out and dumping them in various tanks. Or boiling them and turning them into gases that we can then store. But yeah, that is an interesting idea. At some point, I probably am going to start a new run. And we'll do that and the arboreal airhead simultaneously. But I've done a lot of the early game stuff on my other runs on the YouTube channel. And I really want to actually get to the late game, because I never end up getting to the late game. I'm quite a leisurely player. I'm usually playing on speed 1 or 2. And we've often come into problems where I haven't wanted to continue certain runs. So there are quite a few different runs in there that go for various amounts of hundreds of cycles, but I'm not the kind of guy that has like a 4,000 cycle base where I've done absolutely everything on it. I did do one base game run where we got all the way to the temporal tear, but that was in the base game, and even that only ended up at like 700 cycles. Yeah, you guys are getting on this pretty quickly. That's good. So in terms of the power, I think we wanted to... Yeah, we're still out of power. Let's check the colony report. Have we actually generated significantly more power? Doesn't seem like no. Is there a goal or an ending? I mean, this run, I think I'm gonna pause and resume at various points, depending on whether something more important comes up. This run, our goal is just to build things that we wouldn't normally build, because we have a large amount of resources here, and it lets me test out some builds in like a real setting. Like, that's why I'm going to try and nail the Volcano Petroleum boiler here with my own design. Because we have loads of dupes, we have loads of resources, we can do whatever we want. But arboreal airheads, the goal for that is to actually get to the temporal tear, and to do all of the spaced out stuff that we haven't actually done yet, like the tree and the niobium asteroid and that sort of stuff. So that run is going to go for a while, and we're going to constantly do that. But this run I might pick up and put down depending on what other stuff comes up. I might even put a poll on YouTube and see what people want me to do. Yeah, I'm fine with you continuing to load all of this. So you do actually need to connect up the heavy watt wire. That is the whole point of this. Did I actually just not tell you to connect this? That's hilarious. Yeah, let's get that done immediately, please. Yes. But yeah, because most of our power is solar, we really do need to get these generators running and storing more of our power during the day. Let's just double check where these are all going as well. So this one should be the top one here should be going to the coal, which it is. I'm going to put some more coal generators down here, I think. We have so much coal, I think I am just going to put more down here. I don't know, put 500 kilograms of oxygen in your bathroom, your toilet will suffer. Yeah, that's very true. Yes. It's more like little lies you tell yourself to convince yourself that the game is somewhat realistic. Only physics are just different than real physics. That's just the main conclusion. We did build a conveyor belt for all the coal. We're going to make sure this is getting loaded automatically. Why do I have a chute here? I probably shouldn't be a chute. I don't think it matters. Look at this. We have 840 tons of coal on that one tile. That's hilarious. We have another 160 tons down here. Realistically, these should definitely be receptacles. You know what? I think I'm actually going to do that. We're going to make these receptacles because I don't want the ones at the bottom to not get enough coal somehow. I mean, if we look at this conveyor, yeah, it's not constantly full of coal. Yeah, let's try and make those receptacles. Bristle blossoms, I'm not overly fussed at the moment. When working with such a repetitive design, it's easy to overlook one thing. Yeah, I mean, at least the... Like, once I planned out the layout, like the 2x2 arrangement with the transformers, at least I could just copy it, and it's not like a big thing that I'm copying 4 or 5 times. Sometimes I wish there was a blueprint mode in Overwatch, bloody hell. Oxygen not included. But on the other hand, sometimes it is nice just doing everything slightly differently each time. Right, so here's what we do. We remove this. No, we don't. We put it here. And then we put a conveyor receptacle on this. That's the wrong button. Yeah, conveyor receptacle goes there. I don't know why I didn't do this originally. I think my logic was somewhere along the lines of, I thought it looked ugly. Let's see, I put this down here. Why did I put this down here? I think I thought I was going to grow more bristle blossoms. Not exactly. This is for... So this conveyor here is for food from the printing pod. Okay. So we'll make this with the iron ore. That can just bridge down this way. I'm putting these coal generators at the bottom just to spread out the heat a little bit. There. There we go. In terms of consumers, you can just go over here. Just go over here. If it works, it works. If it doesn't get you water from the power outlet. Yes, exactly. Yes. Water goes in pipes. Power comes out of wires. Not that you know that from how often I mix up the words. Right. So this is all getting hooked up. So that means this and this I'm going to set up to extra coal to get us over this hump. And I think what that means is... That's all hooked up already, so I can actually just go up here with this wire. So I'm going to send that one like that. I'm probably going to have to move some of these wires later, depending on what we do with that magma volcano. That is going to go around the natural gas room. Through here. The other reason I'm building everything out of iron is just because it's around the map, so they should hopefully build it quicker because it's local ingredients. Locally sourced iron. So then it just needs to come up here, which is easier said than done. So here's what we're gonna do. Bop, 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 bop. Bop, 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 bop. Set these to priority 9. And then... I think I'm literally just gonna do it like this, so I don't go insane. Make those priority 9 as well. Then this one can just go through here. Then this one can come down here. Oh, I could have done that one tile over. I don't think I care, though. I think that's fine. I can go like that. We'll send this wire down here as well. And again, the reason I'm doing this is because the decor penalty is lower. And we have so much refined metal, it doesn't matter that we're using more of it on wires than we normally would. Then this one can just come down here. Carrying iron slow them down. Is there a weight stat? So they have a maximum amount they can carry, but them carrying stuff doesn't actually slow them down. What does slow them down is wearing atmo suits, but they all have atmo suit training mostly, so it doesn't actually affect them. And they've had a lot of practice. They've done a lot of running around. Okay. So, yeah, you can build all those wires. And then what we are going to have to do is we have an automation wire going to all of these coal generators, which is going to this top battery here. So that is going to need to come down here to make sure we don't turn on the backup power unless we really need it. That's going to go to here. There we go. That gives you something to do, doesn't it? But yeah, honestly, now that we've actually done the sulfur, and that is working somewhat well, it does seem like a good time for us to pause this again and start like a new run, like a beginner, you said, like a beginner style run where we don't do any tricks. We just try and do it. We just try and do it without anything that people acknowledge as a trick. I'm trying to think of how we'd actually get that to work. I think what we'd have to do is we'd have to make like a post, a thread on the Discord maybe, where people tell me what a trick is, and I'm not allowed to do it. But we need to make the list in advance. So that's a task. Ooh, look, we got a wart seed. We have 10 available. That's not... We'll use the warts for something. Actually, hold the phone. You guys are running over here all the time, so I probably don't want to put the warts here just for cooling. Or you're going to get very irradiated. Should put the warts somewhere, though. We did fill this room with... Oh, we did fill this room with hydrogen. There's a little bit of oxygen that's still in here. I think this is cooling down that area of the base pretty well. Draco's trying as hard as they can to heat everything up. Alright, how's the oil going? Yeah, that's enough oil in here. Good job. So we can remove that and put some more stuff over here. We need to get all the gas out of here. That needs to happen immediately. So, gas pump goes here. Let's make this out of steel. I'm just going to put this here for now. Doesn't actually matter where it goes too much, because we're going to remove it all later anyways. There you go. How wide did I actually hook that up? I did hook that up. That's good. Where is this wire going? Oh no, don't worry. Like it's fine. It's my fault for not playing more Dwarf Fortress, to be honest. There's so many games I would play if I actually had the time. Right, let's actually hook up these wires. So when I do this, I build the bridges first, and then I disconnect the wires and hook them up. I'm so glad they added the pliers tool to this game. Right, when are we actually cutting off the shutoffs? Like, what generator is that actually set to? Oh, I think I know what the problem is. I think I need to... So this is actually hooked up to this top battery. So I think I actually need to set this low threshold back to 10. And then this will actually drain again properly. Yes. You know what? I'm going to set it to 5. I'm going to increase this to 55. And then I'm going to change this to 75 and 65. Because we have so many batteries, it's probably not going to fluctuate too quickly. And then this one here is going to go 95 to 85. Because what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to burn the natural gas first. We have a fairly decent amount stored up from our geyser, But there's also this geode over here that actually has a fairly large amount of natural gas that we're slowly tapping into. Okay, so where is this power wire actually going? Is there an existing wire that we could hook it up to? The nearest one is this one. Where is that going? Let's go into a thermoacrotuner. Is that the one that we just set up over here? Yes. I think we can hook another... I think we can hook something up to that. That's fine. So that one I'm just going to send this way, and then I'll send it down here. Let's actually unpause it. Let them cook. Let them cook. That's going to go down here, and I guess we'll just send it here. Actually, you know what? Put it this side. Can you put it that side? I could remove that. I don't think I'm going to, though, just in case. That petroleum seems kind of sketch. I could put the loader here, actually. Let's just put the loader here. In this oil. So I think I'm trying to make sure that I'm not loading it directly into the oil, but rather into the steam first. I want the loader itself to be cooled by the oil, but not the metal, the hot metal directly interfacing with the oil. Because I don't want the oil itself to ever get above 540 where it turns to sour gas. Right, and then that can just hook in here like this. You are going to need to dig this out as well. I am also just randomly running this thermonullifier over here. You know what? I think we just dig this out as well. There you go. So let's have a think about where the conveyor is actually going to go. Yeah, so this one, I'm dumping it up here. It's going around. The shutoff is on this side. How many jumbo batteries do we have? I would hazard a guess at 46. Because this is supposed to have 50 kilowatts on it. I think there's one battery per kilowatt. I'm aware there's a lot of heat leaking into the map. It's like 50 kDTU leaking into the map. But I'm alright with this. The map has a lot of mass. 150 watt power leak-ish. I mean, we can check. Right? Power wasted. Jumbo battery loss, 52 kilojoules last cycle. And then same for the power transformers. But that's not very high at all compared to how much is going in and out. I'm not overly worried. I can't remember the exact amount of power loss per battery. Oh yeah, here it says 2 kilojoules per cycle. Yeah, so I think you're correct. Yeah, that's not really contributing to what's going on. There's something going on. There's definitely something going on. Because solar power should never actually be wasted. And I'm not sure why it is. Because all the solar power should be going onto the transformers. Like, if we look at this now, the solar power overproduction keeps happening despite the fact that the batteries aren't charged. Are there some weird, funny things going to happen in this game? I'm talking fun. Oof. Hey, look. Okay, this plan kind of worked. So now these 4 steam turbines are running, so we're getting a bit more power out of this. That's good. I mean, for me, the fun of this game is mostly solving the puzzles of how we actually do the various physicsy things. And learning learning what you can actually build to solve specific problems is really fun for me in this. And, like, so stuff like the oxygen, it's like, we are running electrolyzers, and we've submerged them in such a way that the oxygen's coming down here and all the hydrogen's going up here, so we can pump it to the different places. It's like figuring out the solutions to all these little problems is very fun to me. Chat, what would you say? What would you say are weird, funny things can happen? I mean, the duplicants will wander around and they'll get themselves trapped a lot. Like, if you tell them to dig a pathway and you don't really think it through, they'll trap themselves and suffocate and die or something. They often end up in silly situations and you're like, how the bloody hell did you end up in there? We haven't had too much of that recently. They're constantly adding new stuff into the game as well. Like, this thing is a big brain machine. So we actually have 6 of our dupes that are sleeping permanently in these beds up here. They are generating dream journals because they're wearing pajamas. Those dream journals get shipped down to this machine where they make all of the other duplicants more productive. And we had to figure out how to get this to work, how to actually get the oxygen to the machine, and just setting it up so that we could have some of our duplicants permanently not doing anything and still have a functioning colony. Like, the main loop of this game is actually just trying to survive. And after about 2,100 hours, I'm at the point where most of the time survival is not an issue. And we're just having fun seeing what we can build and how we can solve various problems. But there absolutely is the YouTube series where we break down some of the ways I've solved some of these problems. Hi, Cider Gods. How you doing? We're doing pretty well. We're trying to solve some kind of issue with the power network. Because the solar power is being wasted somehow. I think I'm actually just going to go and look at each of the wires that are connecting to the solar panels. Because I suspect what might be happening is one of the wires isn't actually connected somehow. Let's just have a think about this. That one's going in here, so that should be going into this transformer. Which it is. Oh god, it's going to take me a while to check all of these. I feel like what's happening is one of these isn't loading the spine. And that's why we're getting some wasted power. Either that or the transformer isn't letting it through fast enough, which definitely shouldn't be a problem. Because each wire is hooked up to a 4 kilowatt transformer. And there's not actually that much power in these wires. Yeah, that one's hooked up. These 3, where do these 3 go? I don't think I can keep track of all 3 of these at the same time. Okay, that one's going in here. So that's fine. Oh, wait. It's not overloading this battery, is it? No. We just changed the threshold on that. I don't think it's overloading that battery anyways. So then this wire is going in here. I'm sure if we actually plan out these wires in advance, we could have done this in a slightly neater way. Planning is for cowards. Yeah, that's hooked up as well. And then this wire... Wait, this is connected to the wrong thing. Ah, this is it. Okay, so it's connected to a large power transformer, so it is going in. There's also a gas pump hooked up somewhere. Where is that gas pump? This one. which isn't active. Okay. I don't think that actually matters. Are the panels still losing? Yeah. Yeah, the panels have been overproducing this whole time, apparently. The only thing I can think of is there's a couple of panels that just aren't actually hooked up to a wire. They are all hooked up. So all the wires are connected to transformers. But somehow not all the power is actually getting into the transformer. And why on earth is that? Because the heavy watt conductive wire certainly isn't. Is it something to do with the smart battery? Because I feel like the wire is loading the heavy watt wire. I think I'm going to have to investigate this in Sandbox. Something's definitely happening where we're not getting all the solar power we should be. But I can't just look at that power spine all day or I'll go crazy. Right, you're in the process of building this wire. What are the construction priorities? When wires break? I mean, that's the whole point of the setup, is so the wires don't break. So the transformers are there so that it's all hooked up and the wires aren't getting overloaded. If they're overloaded, they're red. Okay, this sulfur isn't actually cooling down enough now. It's having to do a few different rounds. Maybe... Oh, you know what I think we need to do? I think we need to put the radiant pipe at the end. I think we need to put it... Because we had it at the start of the loop, so it wasn't actually going around this with all the heat. I think we need to have it so it's actually going around this with all the heat. Okay, let's do that. But it's weird to me, because it's not the other power sources being wasted. I mean, obviously there's no sunlight at the moment. It's just the... It's just the solar panel. Generally. Carmike, are you willing to do some detective work? Is this a case where I get you to have a look at the save and see why the solar panels are overproducing? Because I feel like they shouldn't be. The batteries are never getting full. The transformers themselves, the input transformers are never getting full. I just don't know. Let's just dig up all this sulfur as well, because we're going to want to bring that somewhere at some point. Oh, what's this? Why was I supposed to be building a pipe here? Oh, I was supposed to be insulating that at some point. Okay, well you can build a ladder here then. Yeah, plastic machines are going pretty well. We have 83 tons of plastic now. That's been going pretty well. So you're just finishing off that power wire now. Right, let's get this hooked up. So... Wow, we got buff cam. Buffed cam, yes. Although, actually, I'm just about to end it because it's been an hour and a half. So that is half the stream, probably. So now it's back to me. I will send you the save after the stream, Carmike, so we can actually figure it out. Right, now let's do this. So we want to put a conveyor shut off in here. This doesn't have to be made out of steel. We can just make this out of iron, can't we? Be fine. Do they have innate power losses like power upkeep like IRL? No. No, they do not. That camera's epic. Yeah, I like it. I like it because it's literally just this camera here that's normally the fish cam. I just rotate it 180 degrees and have it facing the puff to my windowsill. We've got it refined to a fine art now. Right, so this loads on the material. I think we then just immediately put it on the conveyor rail sensor here. That can be made out of iron as well. Automation wire goes here. And then I think what we do is we send it over this way if it's too hot. If it's too hot, it goes out this way. If it's the right temperature, if it's cold enough, we just dump it out here. I'm not fussed about delivering the metal anyway yet. That being said, actually, this is the iron volcano. So all of this iron should be going to the metal refinery room. Yes. So where am I dumping stuff in here? I think just on this line in general. Right, okay. Let's figure this out. We have enough iron ore now that I'm confident we can do this line. Oh god. I don't want to have to build anything up here. I think we can just do it from here. So that goes that way. And then I'm just going to send it all the way around. What save am I talking about? I mean the save for this game. I'm going to send Carmike the save file for this game. So we can have a look and see if he can investigate why my solar panels are overproducing. Because I can't figure it out. They're hooked up to batteries and transformers in such a way that they should always have somewhere to disperse their power. So I'm very confused. I think I'm actually going to send this way. And then, where is the next conveyor? There's no more conveyors down here. Okay, that's good. So I think what I actually do is I send it down this way. Yes. They're making too much power? No. They're producing... Well, they're producing power and it's not actually going onto the spine. It's getting lost somewhere. Because the batteries aren't full and the transformers aren't full. So I don't actually know where that power is being lost. But yeah, this could just go here, right? Yeah. Okay. That's good. Because basically each of the solar panel wires is connected into a large transformer like this. Coming in at this end. And then it's going onto the heavy watt wire down here, where it's then going onto the batteries, and then it's coming out of these transformers, which are constantly full. Wait. Are we in a situation where half the power is going to the battery and half the power is going to these full transformers? Is that actually what's happening? There's no way, right? There's no way it's that stupid. Is that how wires actually work? I mean, let's see. If we go to the last cycle's report. So we produced 3745 kilojoules. We wasted 810.7. Which is almost... It's not a round number. About 24%-ish of the power was wasted from the solar panels. Despite the fact that none of the batteries are full. It must be because of these transformers. Being full. Okay. Hear me out. Let's test what happens if we actually put another heavy watt wire bridge here, where we connect it to the other side like this. We'll do that later, though. I mean, what is everyone doing at the moment? They've done all the power wire shenanigans over there. Is this actually all hooked up now? I believe it is. Oh, I need to reconnect this. Okay, that's fine. You're getting pretty close to having this all done. It's very satisfying. But yes, unfortunately, I cannot be a puff for the entire stream, because I do need to remind people what I actually look like. I remember once when I had long hair, someone left a comment on one of the YouTube videos saying, wow, Paddy Pimblett has really let himself go. So, Paddy Pimblett is an MMA fighter who had the same style of sort of long hair that I did before I got my hair cut. Imagine if Paddy Pimblett decided to stop MMA and become a Twitch streamer playing video games about fish. I just find it funny. Yes, you're connected there. You're disabled. Disabled power consumers. I need to actually put the conveyor bridges on this. The conveyor loaders are loading up with coal, so that's fine. So that just needs to go like this. I think the plan was eventually that I was going to put more bristle blossoms down here, but we'll do that once we do some more cooling. Hey, these ones are actually growing. Did you actually get fed some cool stuff? Well, we don't need more bristle blossoms. That's not really a priority. It's just because the reason we set them up is because we had sludge presses that people were turning the mud into, the regular mud into water and dirt. And we had cool water, so I thought, why not use it for bristle blossoms for food? Like the food diversity, but we don't need the calories, so I don't really care at the moment. Right. Construction priorities. So, aspiring Austrian artist is here. He's finishing it off. Also, we pumped all the ethanol into here. So we have all these liquid containers full of ethanol now. The fish are still vibing. The breeders are still working fine. We're not getting an overwhelming amount of fish anymore. But we are still producing some surf and turf. Yeah, you guys are going to be doing stuff for a while. So let's keep working on this conveyor rail design. So then this needs to go through all the steam. So I think what we do is we just snake it. Oh man, I don't know. I know this one is going to be steel. Also, how's venting the gas going? Is it going? I feel like the answer is not really. So this one can be made of steel, the rest can be made out of iron ore. So I think what I want to do is I actually want to send it around like this. And then have it go through the oil last. And then what I need to do is I need to do something different over here. You have to go. Good luck. Good rest of the stream to you. No worries. Thanks very much for hanging out. The Platties appreciate the pro-Platty sentiment. We'll be back with Mega Aquarium at some point. Oh, I know what we're going to do. We're going to cut this off here. This is then going to go like this. And we're going to send it around here. We need it to prioritize the loop rather than the loader. So... okay. Scratch that idea. Instead of that, what we do is this. And then we send this down here. And then we put a bridge... no. This bridge is needed to make sure it actually prioritizes the flow properly. I think we just do it like that. I think that's fine. It's not rocket science. So that's going to recirculate all the material and do that properly. This needs to be set to send green signal if below 130 degrees. And also, I should insulate the rest of this because we're sending hot materials through it. We'll plug that up once... Oh, God. I'll plug that up once we've actually done stuff. So this can be insulated as well. It's not actually... You know what? Scratch this. Oh, no, 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 no. Right, yeah, like that. Conveyor rail. Go like this. And then that's all going to be at base level, so then I can just insulated tile all of that and keep the metal heat from leaking out into the environment. There you go. You should build that without too many issues. Right, oil is in here, so I can stop dumping oil in here now. That's good. What's actually in here? Mostly just a bit light. Do I even care about this? I don't think I do. There's some rock in here. Maybe we care about this. Also, we're actually using the abyssalite to geotune the sulfur geysers. I forgot to mention this. That's why it's on this list. Also, let's have a look at the steam turbines now. So now what we're doing is we're actually feeding on the sulfur after it's gone around the whole loop. And then it's cooling down in this one tile here. I'm not sure whether that's actually sped it up or not. Also, why do brine and sulfur look the same color in the pipes? That's not very helpful. It is just looking like it's needing multiple pass-throughs, though, once it gets to that temperature. So I think I need to put another radiant pipe here. Yeah, put one on the center itself. Oh, shit. What's happened here? Oh, that was probably just while the pipe was heating up. Okay. I think that's fine, but I do need to get that out of here. So, sweep that up, please. It's not very cash money. This is still cold. There is a little bit of a heat leak through here. I think I'm just going to seal this off now. I don't think... I'll seal it off for now. We're going to come back and put some Paco in here at some point, but I'm not overly fussed about that for now. We'll do that once we've actually got power again. This doesn't need. We'll do that later. Why aren't you building this? Oh, I guess that doesn't matter. I guess it doesn't matter too much. We need to make sure the extra coal power is coming online. So that means this stuff needs to be priority 9. Okay. Seems good. I have an empty bed. Oh yeah, I have room for 41 duplicates somehow. Right. Okay. I should set up an extra mess table and we get exactly 1 extra duplicate because we have 1 extra bed. No, it's so that we can have another dupe here temporarily while they're going between planets. Yeah, let's just leave it 42. Don't worry about the wrong thing. We have 131 dream journals here. I think we're slightly overproducing them. But I think if we had 5 dupes, we would be slightly underproducing them. So I think we're fine. Oh, that power wire is relevant because we want to start pumping all the gas out of this room. So let's actually priority 9 this as well. How is the sulfur doing anyways? We have about 18 tons of sulfur per tile in here. This is not actually getting damaged, so I can suppress that, I think. Let's priority 9 this as well. Stop leaking the heat out of here. I don't think it's going to make too much of a difference. The carbon dioxide does not absorb a lot of heat in the first place, which is why we've mostly just left this handle everything. These pipes I want to be radiant because we want to keep... We want to make sure that the liquid can go through here continuously. But that's going to burst open immediately, I imagine. No? It's alright? That's good. Because I don't really want the sulfur to go in the loop repeatedly. Hello, Dotterly, how you doing? You finally can unmute me and listen? Why is that? Have you finished whatever you were doing that needed your full attention? Yeah. I want the full throughput of the sulfur. That's what I want. I don't need actually activating. Is the steam really not that hot? We'll see what's going on. That's currently... That's new sulfur coming in now. Okay. Is that not getting down to temperature? Okay, looks like we need a third pipe segment then. I'm beginning to think all of our messing around up here was not for much avail. I mean, all I need to do, it doesn't actually matter which of the steam turbines... I mean, well, it does, because I want to make sure that the sulfur is below 130. I'm sure this is fine. Complicated sulfur tamer. Yeah, it's because they're all geotuned. They're all geotuned 5 out of 5. So the sulfur is coming out at 240 degrees. So it's basically like 10 regular sulfur geysers worth of sulfur. So what we're doing is we're cooling it, when it comes out of this pipe, we're cooling it down to steam temperature in this room so we can get power out of it. And then we're cooling it further in the aquatuner room, where it's then going to the sweetles. And I don't think it's perfect, but I think we just need a few... What I want to do is I want to make sure that generally it's going through the loop and it's dissipating all the heat in one loop. I don't really want this bridge to be used, but it's there just to make sure that it recirculates and that we don't put in more sulfur than it can handle. We want to get all the power out of the sulfur that we can. This seems to be working though now. Now I've got 4 steam turbines running. These ones aren't running. That's okay. If we just get these 4 ones running consistently, that's not bad. That will certainly help with the power. Yeah, these batteries seem to have a bit more charge in them now. Let's look at the colony report again. Is that... Oh, but, I mean, it's probably because the coal things are actually working. Oh, you need to be priority 9. Yeah, so those priority 9. And then they'll get loaded up when they reactivate. Yeah, it looks like it didn't generate a lot of coal power last cycle. A bit more coal that time. These shouldn't activate unless it's like an emergency. I could probably set up more, but I don't really want to set up more. So this one, yeah, that's for the natural gas. This one is for the coal. So now, that one is below the threshold. Then the red signal until the low threshold is reached. Oh, the low threshold is 5. Oh, I see. So that reactivates, and then... those are all going to get swept into. Hopefully. Yeah. Okay, that's good. So one thing about this receptacle thing is that it's taking a while to fill up each coal generator, which is not ideal. So why aren't you loading these ones now? Oh, because the dupes are manually loading them. Okay, I think what I need to do is I need to set these to 1. And I need to set these to 2. The dupes should not be loading these under any circumstances. Set that to 1. Set this to 1. Oh, hold on. Set this to 1. Set these to 2. Okay. Right, how's the rest of the stuff going? Just spinning up your 3rd nuclear plant? Nice. I did enjoy doing the nuclear plant on Flip Farters. We will have to do that again. I feel like the design was pretty good. Until we intentionally broke it. Yeah, I'm happy with how this is doing now. I mean, 4 out of 6 ain't bad. I mean, it's only doing 4 out of 6 at the moment because this sulfur isn't quite at full temperature. I think once we get it even hotter, we can put more radiant pipe on here again. Yeah, both of these are running full-time now. Yeah, this crude oil is heating up again. Yeah, I think this is working better now. I'll be very interested to see what the report says. More metal ore. That sounds amazing. Thank you. Ooh, look. We got a little bit of magma. This volcano did plug itself. That's good. At least we actually got the analysis done. So now we are slowly venting all of the carbon dioxide out of here. That's good. We want a bit more oil in this. Did I just sweep everything in here? I swept most things. I think you can just load everything, to be honest. Yeah, George is here. George is here to load the thing. I could have literally put a pump here, but I just thought, let's use the oil from around the map. We still need to empty in here. Because we've swept up some oil from some different places. This was not the best design in the world. Let's actually put a ladder here. That would help, wouldn't it? Just in case. Any... We've only been here for 10 cycles today. That's not right. Surely. I guess we have been on speed 1 the whole time. I feel like it's going okay, though. Which bleach stone we have? We have a decent amount of bleach stone. I think we're using it at about the same rate as we're producing it, just on geotuning this Sweaty the cool steam bin. I think I'm going to put you on 2. Let's give you a second one. Where are you? You're here, aren't you? Yeah. Give you a second geotuner. So people seem to manually be bringing the bleach stone here. I think that's fine. I could put something here. Yay, the geotuning horn. Squilliam. Good board. Yeah, I can give you some more digging to do. That's fine. Yeah, dig this. That's fine. You can't actually get there because something fell down. You build that there. And then... Don't dig that, you should be fine. And then I believe you just dig this. We'll see what happens with the mud. I don't really care about what's happening here. Yeah, dig that as well. You can actually just dig this as well. That's not a problem. Right, let's see when the colony report starts saying something more interesting. I'm guessing that's going to be today. Yeah, we're going to have to find out what's going on with those solar panels. Building all the conveyor rail, that's 9. I think I'm going to take the moment, have a quick break. I'm going to go and get myself a drink. No, I drank all my squash. But I'll be back shortly. I will see you in a minute. In the meantime, we can just watch the gas pump out this room. Let's see if this room actually vents fully before we get back. All right, I'll see you in a few seconds. Right, I'm back. So, it looks like the room didn't drain completely of gas before I returned. That's fine. I have a theory. I now have a theory about what's actually going on with the solar panel power loss. I think what's happening is, I think it's because these transformers are full all the time. I think it's because, however much power isn't being drained out of these producer lines, the solar panels, like, for every one of these purple lines on these full transformers, I think that's wasting power from the solar panels. So, I think that's what needs to happen. I think I need to make some way of making it so that the solar panels just go into the battery, and then there's like a one-way thing on this heavy watt wire. So that it's going from the battery to the transformers. So maybe I just need to actually move these heavy watt joint plates over here. Shall we test that theory? I want to test this theory. So it should just be a case of swapping these all over. That should not matter. Well, I know it shouldn't. I know it shouldn't. I'm just testing that. I want to see. I don't know why it would even not do it in the first place. It's the only thing I can think of. Because it's loading from here. I'm just wondering whether, like, half the power is going this way and half the power is going this way. I certainly have to find a solution to this before I do a YouTube video on this topic. And thankfully there is actually enough room on this setup for us to do it like this. Although, maybe I should have done this before building all those extra things down there. I mean, if... Let's see. Yeah, because these transformers are all hooked up as well. So I don't think the battery storage is actually the issue. I'm going to disconnect this for now. Wow, look how quickly that power is being sucked out of here by the power wastage. It's kind of nuts. I mean, eventually we're going to use it all. But yeah, let's disconnect it for now if it's not actually connected. Wait, that one was connected. Hold on. Okay, disconnect this one then. No, not that one. This one. There we go. Only power grid is a bit weird. It uses powers from certain power producers. It's just weird. Yeah. I'm in agreement. They just behave weird. But I want to find a way to design around this problem. Because worst case, we could probably automate it with power shutoffs. Have the heavy watt wire go only between the batteries, and then have power shutoffs go to every set of transformers. Because I think we do actually have a gap for that. But then how would we even... They'd be flipping on and off constantly, wouldn't they? Oh, God. Well, we've got to see, haven't we? Hey, Ugovisk. Yeah, so the mystery of the day is we're trying to figure out why, like, 20% of our solar power is being wasted. Because we're certainly not filling these batteries all the way. Tend to put batteries next to power producers, then to grid. Oh, I see. So you're hooking it into the batteries first, and then putting it on the transformers. So the issue I had with that was, because the large power transformer lets in too much power, it lets in 4 kilojoules. That overloaded the conductive wires actually going to the power transformer. But I'm beginning to think maybe we just skip the large power transformer and we use 2 smaller power transformers and a battery, which means we have to make this one wider. So we're not going to do it on this run. Right, let's try this. So, first of all, we'll connect it both ways and see if that makes a difference. I suspect it won't. Your producer's always connected to 50 kilowatt grid, yeah. Once you had 20 batteries in a row, they didn't charge at the same time. Yeah, I think that is definitely some weirdness. And perhaps I just have to accept some weirdness, but it seems like a pretty rubbish philosophy in this game of just accepting weirdness and not being able to mitigate it. Oh well. This is for science. Right, and then that one's... These also need them. Yeah, okay. That one doesn't need to be connected yet, because that's the end of the line at the moment. So that can just go like that. Okay, so that's for priority 9. This actually looks mostly done now, that's good. We're down to micrograms of gas in here. We've got to watch this one go. I'll be done any minute now. What other tasks? That's mostly it. I think you're mostly just building this thing now. I'm gonna suppress notification on this. Yeah, I'm happy we're getting the full flux of sulfur back into here now. Because the quicker we drain this pipe, the less of this heat is going to leak into the environment through the insulated pipe. We do not have a huge amount. We do not have a huge amount of ceramic. Maybe we should make a ceramic machine at some point. Certainly something to do as well, I think, is actually to put insulated tiles on all of this piping to help minimize the heat loss as well. Obviously in such a way that we don't actually lose access to the map. Maybe just like that for now. This all needs to be priority 8. Because I want this sulfur to be as hot as it can be when it goes in. Which is making it really awkward that we actually put the ladder there. So I'm going to have to snake dig around this, so we can actually tile that up. Then probably put some more ladders in anyways. Well, we want all this resource anyways at some point. So let's see, you're going to need a ladder here. And then you're going to need to dig that tile as well, and then you should be able to do all of that. That ladder actually doesn't have a pipe associated with it anymore, so we don't have to worry about that one. And then that can all be insulated for now, apart from that bit. Yeah, remove this tile. We wouldn't get reed fiber from deconstructing this, would we? The cactus-themed carpet. Oh, I just realized something very silly. Obviously, we can't get in here to finish that. Unless we do something like this. Circuit overloaded. Wait, what? Did I put a conductive wire somewhere? Yes, this is all conductive wire. Amazing. Genius. Inspired. This could be a yellow alert. There you go. Congratulations. Well, at least it was only in one place. mean, obviously that's not going to be very helpful. But honestly, I think part of this is just that so much of our power is from solar generation, we just enter quite a big deficit. Because those thermo aqua tuners are running in the night as well. But at least the sulfur geysers haven't erupted again. I mean, exploded again. That's one. Oh, hold on. Oh, that's too much oil, isn't it? Wait. It's probably fine. Okay, let's remove that. So that's loaded up, where the conveyor loader is obviously not able to exit anywhere at the moment. What's the next thing to prioritize? Yeah, get this conveyor loader done. Or conveyor rail done. And then we can start dumping all of the iron in the metal refinery suite. Where the cool steam vent is. What about that bridge? That bridge isn't connected to anything? Oh. Yeah, that would help, wouldn't it? Right, so now we can actually dump the brine in here. So that can go into this bit here and turn into steam. But we need to dump a little bit on the volcano itself first to get it actually flowing. Just put that there for now, and then build this. And then once we've started dumping some brine in here, that'll be fine. I think long term, that's going to go here. And then what are the conditions for letting that liquid in? It's just the thermosensor in the oil. So if the oil is above 125, then it activates the... Yeah, because we've actually got oil in this one, it's relatively straightforward. Because we didn't have oil in the copper volcano one, that's why we've got it set up to detect steam. And I'm going to put an extra one over here as well. We're going to remove this one eventually. The end result from this should hopefully just be even more steam power. You know what, I'm just going to deconstruct this. We'll let the extra oil go into there, and then maybe we'll put a mesh tile, sweep it up. No, that's silly. Why would I want more steam in here than oil? I don't think I would. It's sort of nothing in here floods. It still would flood if it was placed on that tile. I think I'm just overthinking it. I think that oil is fine. I don't think I even need to worry about it. But I think I want it to be one tile just so that it looks the same as the other side. So I guess we will sweep it up. No conveyor receptacle. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, you're almost done on that. So what about the rest of the sulfur pipes? So this is obviously just leading into here for now. That can obviously go like that. I can go like that. Leave that like that. Oh, wait, if we do that, obviously they can't get in. Okay, in that case, cancel that one. So, let's see, the sulfur from over here is coming in this way. Is it actually meeting up with the other one? It's meeting up with the other one here, and that one's insulated, okay. Yeah, because that sulfur's cooled down quite a lot in the actual pipe. Which is not what we wanted. But we already built a load of insulated pipe tile over here, so hopefully that's helping keep the sulfur from doing stuff. But we're really not pumping it out of here very fast. And it's just a huge pipe. And this one's been dormant, which is why. Yeah, this hasn't been active for ages, so that's why it's colder. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. So now we sweep that, and that'll sweep all of these. And then I rebuild this, and then I think we're done. Is that conveyor rail finished? Ah, we need to put a bridge. Okay, that's fine. So we've nearly used all of the metal, by the way, that we got out of our Rust Deoxidisers doing that conveyor line. So that's why we need these things. So we've actually got enough metal ore to make these conveyors. Thankfully, they're doing a pretty good job. The other thing is, we're half and halving these pumps for the oxygen. I'm wondering whether, because these are all automated, so they shouldn't be activating unnecessarily. I'm wondering whether it's more power efficient to actually have them have just one source operating continuously rather than just trying to halve and halve from both. Seems like we have way more oxygen actually stored up in the electrolyzers than anywhere else. That's fine. To be honest, you guys are just using a lot of oxygen, realistically. What's the breathability like? I presume it's absolutely fine because we vented everything properly. Yeah. Oh, you can't reach this, can you? Yeah, build this then. This needs to be set to above 125. But obviously you want it to be set to lower than that for now. Although this one's going to activate anyways, so I think that's fine. This needs to be set to the same thing. Where is the brine? 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 The brine. The brine. Yeah, it's all good. We're going to start dumping that here as well. Oh, right. Here's something else we should actually be doing. So all the salt is going to come out of here at some point, because we're going to be using these volcanoes to boil brine. I haven't hooked up all these conveyors yet. All the salt needs to be dumped up here somewhere. It's actually going into these machines. That's what we need to do. I think that might have to... It's the paradoxical situation of we're using these machines to generate salt, which we're using with the Rust Deoxidisers to get iron ore, which we're using to build conveyor belts conveyor rails to actually get to the, the thing in the first place. So, all of these volcanoes, these actually need to be connected. I might as well connect them to that one. Because if they're going in here, I could transit tube from here to here, maybe. No, because this is inside. No, it's not inside. People are coming in here to load these. They're running all the way along here. That's not a very good plan. But it is what they're doing. Yeah, that's what you're doing at the moment, isn't it? Oh no, you're harvesting the dash of salt mine. Okay, fine. I understand. You're getting even more salt from these. And we're getting lots of dash of salt mine seeds. I mean, ultimately, they can transit tube from here to here. I actually kind of want to set up a... That's not very efficient. Let's actually set up a transit tube going from here to here then. And then we'll just conveyor all of the volcanoes to dump everything in the sauna. Because we're going to want some of the salt to be used for table salt if we have excess, I imagine. Yeah, let's just do this. Like, you guys can run alongside the... No, come on. You guys can run alongside the transit tube, can't you? So, I don't think there's actually any problem with us doing this. I will have to move this. A little bit, maybe. Maybe we actually just leave that and then we take it down this way. I mean, eventually the plan is very much to drain this area. I think what I'm very tempted to just set up an infinite storage for this as well. But it's cold, so it's not as tempting. Yeah, it's not like we're short of plastic, so let's just do this. And then they can quickly go from here where the salt gets dropped off to here where we're actually going to put it in. And then once all this water's actually gone, we can actually put a proper exit here. Who's got an unreachable toilet? No one, you're lying. You could reach the toilet. Let's see. I don't want to send it all the way down there. I just want to have it be accessible from here. You know what would actually make sense? Feeding it around here somehow. An exit here as well. Why is this insulated? This isn't doing it. Right, I can go there, and then we can put a transit tube crossing here. So the water doesn't leak out, and then that will need to be removed. That ladder does something. I could put an exit here. Yeah, I'm not sure what this is really achieving. I feel like it makes sense to put this exit here anyways. Yeah, maybe we just do this. Yeah, literally just put it here, remove this ladder. Then...
Thanks for the follow.
Batteries sold separately is now following. Excellent username. I like that a lot, considering we've been annoyed about batteries all day. Why are these saying no power consumers? Oh, because they're all turned off because of lack of power. Fair enough. Yes, thank you very much for following. Enjoy the fishy and froggy emotes. Whiskers sends their wishes of approval. Where is Whiskers? I cannot see Whiskers. She's currently hiding. Let me actually select this. So this is just gonna go... Is there actually any point in having this line here now? Game. They come in here for the pinch of peppers occasionally, so I think that makes sense. Whatever, we'll just connect it up. I think we'll connect it up here, though. So that can go like this. Go down here. In terms of power, that can hook up to... Is there anything important on this one? I mean, yes. Yeah, I probably shouldn't have a transit tube on that one. Do I have a choice? No, it's the same line. Whatever, I'm going to connect it here. That's kind of stupid. Let's do it like that. Oh, Cobalt Volcano. You're active. You're active. You've been active this whole time. You're about to go dormant. Amazing.
Imagine that.
You're raiding? You followed me before you raided. That's impressive. How are you doing, anyways? I like your raid emote. That's quite fancy. I need some fish defenders. Anyone got any fish defenders? Had to follow to raid? Really? Is that a setting you have? Or, because I'm sure I've had people raid me and then follow me afterwards. Anyways, we're doing some oxygen not included. This is Badlands Boffins. I'm the Boffin. We are about 500 cycles in. We are doing pretty well, but we are kind of consuming more power than we're generating at the moment because we've got thermal aqua tuners running constantly here. We did get our... Did I tell you to dump petroleum in here? What happened? Has this been here the whole time? Or am I stupid? Did we accidentally cook some oil somehow? I doubt that happened. Do you have any sour gas? No. We have steam. Why do we have steam? That's not good. Did I let something leak? I let some water leak down here and it turned to steam? The naphtha is still here. There should not be a leak. Pipe isn't getting damaged. That is a fairly small amount of steam. I think we accidentally just let some water leak directly onto this and it heated up somehow. Okay. I ran into the same power problem. My natural geysers went all off at the same time and ran out. Yeah, so our power at the moment is mostly being generated through solar panels. So when it gets to nighttime, the power switches off a little bit. We have some hydrogen generators and some natural gas generators as well, but they're kind of backup generators. And we have some steam turbines that we've hooked up to various things, but they're not running consistently all of the time. You can actually reach this, can't you? Yes, you can. Got a jet. Enjoy the rest of my stream. I will. Thank you. Don't worry. I will look after. I will look after the people you have sent. Also, in case you weren't aware, I'm into fish. Whiskers is a fish. That is the emote that I posted. He's a weather loach, and the other fish are all here hanging out as well. And we got some frogs in here, and we got a naughty fish in that tank. We have a naughty fish in that tank because he doesn't like the other fish. He gets his own little tank. Yes, welcome, welcome. So, The aim of this run was to geotune stuff and build some big builds. We're geotuning all of these sulfur geysers. We have 4 sulfur geysers. There's one here, one here, one here, and one here. We're geotuning all of them so we're up twice as much, 75 degrees hotter. And we're feeding them all into these steam turbines to cool down to steam turbine temperature. And then, after it's cooled down to steam turbine temperature, we send it down here to get cooled down to room temperature so that the sweetles and grubs can actually eat it. And we were trying to get it so these steam turbines were actually running. That no longer seems to be a problem. But I'm very curious as to why there is steam here. There's a lot of steam here. Okay, I figured out what's happening. It's leaking out of the naphtha. So I'm going to reseal this room. The naphtha is flaking off somehow. And allowing the steam to pass through. So that needs to happen immediately. Yes, it's ended up dropping down here where it shouldn't be. So let's sweep that up. That could be a yellow alert. You have 4 cats and a dog, no fish. That's fair enough. I have enough fish. I have enough fish for all of you. I mean, it's not ideal that the steam is coming out. Maybe less mass is better. We have a large amount of mass in here. We'll see. At least no more will leak out like this. At least we did get some petroleum in here somehow. I'm still trying to figure out how we actually did that. Because this definitely isn't getting hot enough for petroleum. Right. We've also been building a transit tube. This has been built. Mostly. That needs to connect up here as well. I don't think I'm going to need that exit anymore. Eventually, this is going to go here. But we need to drain all this water. We're boiling water and feeding it to metal volcanoes and turning it into steam. That's the plan. Unfortunately, we did not have enough metal volcanoes to boil all the water that we have. And by all the water, I mean all the salt water. These all seem to have gone dormant at the same time. But I'm sure they'll all reactivate again soon. Right, this is about to erupt. We have brine in here now, so let's actually dig this out as well. That is plenty of brine. I think I'm going to stop you from going up there now. I'm going to remove this. Yeah, that's fine. That's probably too much brine, realistically. Let's find out. Yeah, please erupt. Oh, you're not quite at that stage yet. Okay. You don't have any oil there. I'm going to need a mesh tile this as well, aren't I? To get rid of all that oil. It's fine. Also, we have an idle dupe. Where is the idle dupe? It's Rowan. Rowan is here. He is trapped. Because he needs to access this bit. There's polluted stuff in this bit anyway, so I think that's fine. Just seal this off here. Let me seal it. Wait, can you still not get through? Oh, right. All of this stuff. Yeah. That's fine. So we have some pollution exposed rains. Set those to sweep only. They're all originals. That's fine. Did we set this to sweep only for grains? Did I put those anywhere? That would be under cooking ingredients. I believe. No. What about this one? Oh, that's what this is for. Okay. Yeah. Okay, that's good. Now people can escape, and then I can hook this up here as well, and that can just come down here, I guess. And then you're going to need a ladder so you can actually get over here. Okay. And then I think that's good. So that needs to happen pretty quickly. Alright, so now people should be able to actually go there pretty quickly. And what that means is all of the salt that we're going to get from boiling all of our brine in these metal volcanoes, we're going to want to connect to this conveyor rail here. There. Hold on. That is inside this insulated bit. So that needs to come down here and go to these volcanoes. So then go like that. We are pretty low on metal ore, it must be said. And then... who's idle? Squilliam's idle. Wow! Okay, Squilliam. That is pretty funny that you trap yourself like this. You look very proud of yourself. There you go. Oh look, we got some loot. What's in the loot? What have we got? Blue checkers? That's pretty good. I don't think we had that. That's nice. Very nice. Right, so that, I think, can just go over here, and... I think we're literally just connected directly there and remove this. That's fine. This isn't going to activate for a while anyways. I'm not too worried about that. We're going to want to insulate all of this. So let's do that. Yeah, I can go like that. Actually, instead of doing that, let's do it like... do it like this, so it's at base level. Then that can go up here as well. Need to get insulated. So I'm going to do that because it's going to save conveyor rail overall. So that's fine for that. And then this aluminium volcano that was previously hooked up can just go straight here. Oh, I mean, it can go here. That's fine. And then this can go here. Hey, Leofar, how you doing? Welcome. We have been doing two things today. One, we have been refining our metal volcano tamers, getting them all ready for them to eventually erupt. This one is actually erupting, so hopefully we actually get some steam in here. And two, we're trying to investigate why all of our power has been wasted, or not all of our power, but a lot of our power, 20%-ish, has been wasted from our solar panels. I'm really not sure why. It looks like our previous... it looks like hooking up the power wire like that hasn't helped. So now, before the next cycle, let's actually separate it off here. So we're going to separate all of these so that it's always flowing from the transformer to the battery and then the transformers. And we'll see if that makes the difference. I don't think it will, but we wanted to test it for science. Because I have literally no idea why it's misbehaving other than our transformers be weird. And it's annoying because it's our main power source at the moment and 20% of it is being wasted for seemingly no reason. I think it's because it's going into the transformers and they're at full capacity because they're not being drained. Well, let's see if this works. Okay. There you go. And then if that doesn't work, then what we'll do is we'll automate the... we'll automate these transformers so that they turn off if they're full. Because these do have signals for us to turn them on and off. But the only thing is, if we turn them off, then we're not going to get any power out of that circuit. And because that's where all the power is actually coming out of, yeah, you lose the power from the transformers, exactly. I mean, what we could do is... Oh, I don't know. I don't know what we do about that. I don't think we want to lose power on them for random reasons. And also, we can't detect whether they're actually full or not. That's the issue. Oh, you're saying hook up a battery to the... Oh, I see what you're saying. You're saying hook up a battery to the actual transformers. And, like a thin battery, and then power shutoffs. I see. We might struggle to fit that in with this build. But we could try. Generally, I've tried to do it so that the power wire is coming down here. So I could fit, like, a little battery here. And then some shutoffs. And a wattage sensor. But let's just leave it for a cycle and see what happens. At the moment, it looks like the solar power is still being wasted. It's flooded. The gas pump. Yes, it does make sense. Right, you need to sweep this. And we can remove this, and we can put the vent in here and automate that. Right, so in terms of construction tasks, we're just doing all of this for now. That's fine. Other boilers. So this one here is already sending salt here via this sensor. And then the rest of the stuff is going over here. What's going on? You're entombed? Yep. Amazing. Oh, are you entombed as well? Yeah, you are. Excellent. Oh my god, look. We got them both entombed. Excellent. See, this is the funny stuff that can happen. Now the dupes have to get someone else to remove them. Because they can't remove themselves. And by the looks of it, I'm going to have to actually put ladders here. Yeah. Okay. I mean, I should have expected that. This is generally when it happens, is when you have a flat tile here, and you ask them to build the tile that they're there. Imagine if all your starter dupes got stuck. Yeah. Remember when we were doing that one dupe per planet run? If we got one of our dupes on the planets entombed, we'd have had to get someone to come across via a rocket to unentomb them. Which would have been ridiculous. But in the meantime, we're going to just enjoy the noises they're making. Because they're in an Atmos suit, they shouldn't really struggle. Obviously not very productive for the whole duper workflow. Very entertaining. Right. It looks like that did nothing to affect the solar panel stuff. So that's good to know. I mean, there's no point really. That actually worked. You actually spooked me. Good job. Yeah, so that definitely didn't work. Not that it really changes anything. So, what's the solution? I think I'm gonna have to think about it. Spooked Cybergod as well, fair. Now you guys are all idle. Is that because you've done all the polluted mud? You have done all the polluted mud. I'm quite impressed. Good job. I can get you to keep digging stuff, I guess. This does not seem like the best use of your time. Also, I don't want to dig this because the pump is there. You can dig... That's all just abyssalite. I'm actually running out of stuff that I want you to actually dig. Dig this stuff. Dig this. Dig this. Fine. There's an iron volcano up here as well. Oh boy. Big lump of iron here. Actually, hold on. Yeah, come grab the big lump of iron. Get irradiated. I'll find it amusing. There you go. Have fun. I'm gonna have to think about how to do this. To be honest, I think we're just gonna cut our losses. I think what we'd have to do is we'd have to put in like a smart battery and do some automation somehow to turn the transformers on and off. I don't think it would fit within the footprint we've got here, and we've got too many wires. So I think we're just gonna have to write it off. But that's probably something for me to investigate in sandbox mode. So, to be honest, at this point, we've got all the metal volcanoes hooked up. It is almost 10:30. I guess we just get them to finish building all the conveyor belts. And then I think we move on to the next thing, which, realistically, if we're looking for power, it's going to be geothermal. This volcano doesn't go dormant for another 70 cycles. So we probably could set something up here. I think that's what we're going to have to do. We can start... Let's start thinking about what this volcano tamer is actually going to look like. So... We had a build on the Vedante playthrough where the magma came out here. Not enough space above. Yeah, I know there's not enough space above for our normal design that we have on the YouTube channel, which is here. So what we're going to do is we're going to let the magma run out here. We're going to let it drip down. Let's actually dig this out. We're going to let it drip down and form debris with automation like we did on Badlands. That worked pretty well. Then we're going to connect that to a metal block, probably made of steel, which is going to absorb all the heat from the debris. It doesn't need to be in a gas for the metal tile to absorb the heat from the debris. And then we're going to connect that to various things. So what I'm thinking is... This room's a vacuum. We're going to drip the magma here. There's no way we could run a transit tube with magma dripping on it. So whatever happens, this transit tube is going to have to go underneath wherever we have everything. We're already pumping all the oil into this room anyways. So we're probably going to want to use the heat from the volcano to boil petroleum. And use the rest of it for power. And solve the power problem that way as well. So that's definitely what we're doing next. We have set it up so that the sulfur pipe is going this way. So I think what we do is we drip the magma in here. We put the heat sink. We drip the magma in here. We put the heatsink in here. And then we connect that to something. I think I need to draft it out in sandbox mode, though. So I don't think we're going to do anything on it today. You guys are getting this finished pretty quickly, actually. Yeah, we'll let you finish all of this. And then we'll wrap it up. And then we'll think about it next week. I guess I'll just queue up some more digs over here, because I desperately need you to not have things to do. Oh, look, there's metal ore here. That's good. Yeah, you guys have loads of metal. Well, I thought you had loads of metal ore. I don't think you've been sending it back, have you? In any case, let's actually go down here and continue digging this all out. Great game. Yeah, I want you to grab all of this. I'll do for now. Dig all of this stuff out as well, that's fine. Dig all of that out. Dig all of this. And then just build a ladder across here. Some oxyferns. I mean, the thing is, there's obviously more stuff that we can grab from this asteroid. There's loads of metal. We don't need refined metal. We're already pumping most of the water out. We're pumping polluted water back to the main asteroid. There is a cool slush vent here. I think it would be pretty reasonable. So this is a cool slush vent. This is a cool salt slush vent. I think it would be pretty reasonable for me to pump a mixture of the two liquids back to the main asteroid and filter them, or sort them out on the main asteroid. So let's actually set something up for that as well. Like, let's dig all of this out. So you can't get through here anyways. Let's dig all of this out. You can actually get through here. I don't want a load of liquid building up in this area, so we're going to leave that sealed off. That being said, this is going to pour out that way anyways. I'm probably just going to want to stick a pump in here. I don't think I want this draining out randomly on the asteroid. Believe it or not. So let's actually dig that out as well. And then we can put a ladder down here. Want to do anything with this? Probably not really. This is where I can put the pump. So that can go here. Then we can think about where that pipe is going to go. I don't really care about the temperature. I just want to have the salt. So I think something like this would be fine. I'm kind of just doing this to give them something to do as well. So that can go this way. You know what, that's a little bit silly. It's all going to have to go into one input anyways, so I think we just have it 50-50, like this. And then let's have a look at where it's actually going on the other asteroid. Oh, I need to hook this vent up as well. That's fine. I've got water in here. Oh, okay, because that was steam. Okay, that's fine. Vent goes here. So, where's the teleporter output? That's up here, isn't it? So that polluted water is going in here. Some of this is dumping into here to be boiled. Not a lot. Some of it is going down here to go into the pinch of peppers. Some of it is going into the water sieves to make clean water. Hey, look, these are growing again. They cooled off somehow. I don't know. I don't know how that happened. I guess more cool water was coming from the geyser. Whatever, that's fine. I'll take that. I love it when I don't actually fix anything and it all works out. So this pipe up here goes along here as well, and then this is going into volcanoes. Now the important thing, we can dump polluted water in the volcanoes, but the important thing is that we don't dump it on incomplete volcanoes. We need the volcanoes to have the right steam pressure. Which at the moment is... I think it's just the aluminium volcano. Yeah, because this one doesn't have steam. This one obviously doesn't have steam. This one doesn't have steam. It might do soon. This volcano has steam, but it's miles away, so I don't really want to send polluted water all the way up here. Maybe we can do that, actually. You know, that seems fairly reasonable, actually. So this is where the polluted water is recirculating. Do not look at the do not look at the overlay too long. So that is going into the sieves. So I can have this go up here as well. A lot of these bridges are just for prioritizing it. Yeah, the lag is not amazing. Let's be real. Let's see. So that pipe can go this way. This is clean water going through here. Let's remove that. I'll put a bridge over here. I don't think the bristle blossoms are going to consume that much clean water. So yeah, the clean water comes out of the cobalt volcano that way. So I think what I'm going to have to do is something like this. Because we're cooling our oxygen and our... I don't know why we're cooling these steam turbines with the with the brine. I don't think that was really necessary. I'll be real. Let's make these priority 9. So that is going to go over here, around this. That whole zone is being kept clear anyways, just in case we need to put more stuff on the electrolyzer. Yes. And because I don't really want to look at it. So then that goes in here, and then that can just go onto this vent. But we really don't have a shortage of water to dump on this vent. I guess it doesn't really matter which we do. So I guess this could just go like this. Okay. Well, at least that way we have the option of using that cobalt volcano to boil polluted water. Yeah, and then we can just separate this. None of this matters, because it's all going into the cobalt volcano anyways. And then that can go here. Okay. Yeah, because that volcano is ready for that. And I don't think there's actually any other volcanoes where we can do that. Because they all still need to fill with steam. But gradually we'll get it hooked up so that it can go in either of them. Which means eventually, all the brine and all of the polluted water will go into one pipe, I think. It won't need to snake around the whole map like this. We'll solve that another time. Jesus Christ. We got some more loot. What's in the loot box? Gloves, Atmo gloves, are better than regular gloves. I'll allow it. Wait, how's this looking? Right, you're actually done. You've done all of the construction down here. So let's just double check. So you can't actually reach that conveyor, can you? Now you can. Okay, that's fine. We'll do that party 9, and then... yeah, that's it. Okay, so this feels like a pretty good point to wrap it up. So let me just close it out. Music, please. It is... right, Puffed, go away. No. Yes. Okay. Right. So, yeah. We're pretty much done. So, all the metal volcanoes, I'm pretty confident are set up now. All of the metal and salt should be getting dumped in this room. And then the loops can take the salt from here and put it in this room fairly quickly. Whatever they're not turning into table salt. So, metal volcanoes are done, I think, for now. The next priority is just getting even more power. So, it's probably going to be this volcano, because it's right next to the base. And we're going to tame it so that we're using it to boil petroleum instead of this oil refinery. And we're going to tame it so that we're running a load of steam turbines on it as well. And I need to think about logistically exactly how it's going to go. Obviously, I can't really fit steam turbines over here. I could certainly fit some over here. We got about, what? We can fit quite a few turbines. We can have them running at full pelt as well. We can have them running at 200 degrees, so 850 watts each. So I think we'll have enough room. I'm hoping I can fit it into this gap here. All the steam turbines. And we just got to figure out how it's going to go. But I'm going to have to concept that out. So we're gonna leave it there for now. That's what we'll do when we come back to the save next week. But yeah, I'm gonna put a poll on YouTube. See if people want me to start a new challenge, like an early game run, maybe one where we don't do tricks. Like you will decide a list of ONI tricks that I'm banned from using and I can't use. That sounds like a decent amount of fun. So I'll see what people think of that. And yeah. But thanks very much for watching. If you like what you see, feel free to follow me on Twitch if you're not already, and you'll get a notification of when I go live. We currently play Oxygen Not Included Mondays and Thursdays, 7:30 to 10:30 British time-ish. And we do Mega Aquarium on Tuesdays from 5 o'clock-ish. And we do Dice Spear program on Fridays, which is also 7:30 to 10:30-ish. If you miss a stream, it's all on YouTube. All of the VODs are there. And there is also the Discord page where we hang out and we post memes and builds. Lots of tier list and build guide videos on YouTube as well, so feel free to have a look at those. No electrolyzers, that's a fun one. You know, that's actually... yeah, that's a good idea. Because now we know how to do Rust Deoxidisers properly. We can definitely do a no electrolyzers run. And not really panic. Yeah, I think I'm gonna leave it to YouTube to see what they want to do. And I'm also going to investigate this whole Transformers thing. I want to find a way to make sure we're not wasting the power from the solar panels. With a setup like this, where we're hiding all of the heavy watt wire. But without the wasted solar power. Anyways, let me actually go find someone to raid. I've been wittering for a while now. Hold on, who's this? Turtle. Turtle is having fun. Excellent. I'm glad Turtle is having fun. Right. Should I raid someone playing Oxygen Not Included? I should probably do that occasionally, shouldn't I? Two Legit Cities playing Oxygen Not Included. I have raided him quite recently. Oh, I'm going to go raid Schmoops. Schmoops is a friend of Shen's, I believe. And I need to go follow them. Because I didn't realize they play Oxygen Not Included as well. But yes, we're going to go raid them. If you have any fishy emotes or fishy sentiments, feel free to send them Schmoops' way. And I'll see you on the other side. That was the wrong username, apparently. Let's try it again. Schmoops. Oh. I literally typed the wrong thing. Okay. There we go. Right. Raid started. He's trying to find all the Cheetos. Let's find out what he means by that. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye for now.